an incantation about a hut with no doors.
My father, he used to scare us with stories about the witch in the woods.
Baba Yaga?
Ooh, bacon.
Greetings, tasty morsels. It's Reverse BLT here. Welcome back to the channel. I am about to continue watching The Witcher Season 2. It is Episode 2, Kaer Morhen. I'm pretty excited to see the gang over at Kaer Morhen and to hopefully maybe get into some neat scenes with Ciri that happen there. It has like the most sort of like synopsis I've ever seen. I usually don't try to read the synopses, but sometimes you sort of accidentally read them when you're looking at the screen. And it says, seeking a safe place for Ciri, Geralt heads for home, but danger lurks everywhere, even Kaer Morhen. I mean, come on. The world of The Witcher is like one of the quintessential crap sack worlds. Look up that trope if you haven't. But this is like this is like that type of world to a T. I don't need to be told that danger lurks everywhere. It's pretty obvious that danger is going to basically be everywhere they go. This second part, though, is kind of interesting, though. Yennefer's dreams could be the key to her freedom. I don't know what that entails at all, because everything involving Yennefer, basically from the point where she went back to Aretuza to take part in that council on what to do about Nilfgaard aggression. All of that forward is completely new to me. I have no idea about anything that's going on in Yennefer's storyline right now, so nothing but surprises coming from that angle. So I'm really excited. Let's go ahead and get into it.
I was only at the market, Yen. We made more than a few pennies thanks to your garden.
This feels like a there are only four lights scenario.
You, me, and her.
You Star Trek Next Generation fans out there?
Always dreamed of.
No! Okay, someone's really fucking with you. Who be this?
Give her to me.
That's an ugly baby. it looks like somebody took Daniel Craig and put him through a babyizer. Just like shrunk him down. But he still has all his features on his little baby's head. And yes, I noticed the elf ears.
Forget faith. You've got power.
No, you don't. You're in those, that special metal that takes your powers away, right? Hey, it's,
Kitten class.
ah, fuck, King of the Elves.
Where are you taking her? I'm a citizen of Nilfgaard.
Motherfucker, why can't I think of his name?
You were also Nilfgaardian.
I've never seen so many elves.
I need to see her.
These elves belong to the Red Aja.
Do you sing our songs? Do you honor our elders?
Did anyone teach her how?
Never shed a tear over anything elven. You are no elf.
We've been digging here for weeks. Every passing day increases the risk of us being found.
You don't need our people anymore, Philivandrel.
There we go.
Or has the white robe one visited your dreams too?
I'm doing everything I can to keep you safe.
The white robed one. That sounds like the white flame.
No terms. Didn't only made fucking entrance. He's back. Whoa.
That was something I really liked about the Witchers, is that they really had a strong sense of camaraderie.
Yeah.
Bust each other's balls, but they loved each other.
A few stops.
Oh, now she's wailing. Oh, what
I
are we
thought
gonna
Ciri
do?
keeps getting
My husband
regaled
won't
with
pay
story
if you
time.
don't deliver her more ahead.
Here's to another winter together.
The breath in our lungs.
To the brothers.
To forgetting the fucking path.
This has a sense of
6 hours.
foreboding to it.
I'd have got the fucker too. If I hadn't lost my Alexis. Took her hand though.
Is that a dragon?
Unless
Fire through the heart is the only thing that puts one down. 6 hours in, that didn't occur to you?
Still getting scolded by Daddy.
Who the hell are you?
You busting her balls.
Princess Cirilla of Sintra. Pleasure to meet you.
Fake it till you make it, right? Because we both know she was more nervous and she was trying to let on. Yeah, there are the columns I was talking about. Seems like an unnecessarily dangerous way to train people, though. I mean, if it's to train balance, do they really have to be so high? You can train balance with something that's not going to kill you if you fall off of them.
I told Geralt I'd find a good room.
Well, this isn't a castle, Your Highness. They're all shells.
I think someone's being corrupted by that wound he took. Either that or the show's just trying to make us think that something's going to happen. That's the advantage of bringing in things from past where I've read, is that I really don't know. I remember Ciri getting here. I remember some things that they did. I remember the meeting of the different Witchers and them trading stories and all that kind of stuff. But I don't remember any of this other stuff.
Did you dream of someone hidden in a robe?
A black robe. How did you know that?
I've dreamt of one in red.
And she dreamt of one in white.
Dreams of one in white.
The white robe hides her face, but I know it's Itheline, our most sacred prophet, guiding us to safe havens. We will rebuild.
Well, then why is it hiding its
But it will
face?
die younger. I will not let us down.
Yennefer, you want to ingratiate yourself to them. How about showing some interest in this part of your heritage?
Are you the Filavandrel of the songs? The edge of the world, the leader who rose against the lioness?
The lion bard and his tunes.
We've dreamt of robed figures too. Guiding us. Hers is red, mine is black.
Perhaps we're the key.
You can never hear someone say something or someone's the key without hearing Butters go, "Oh man, I don't want to be the key."
Studying monsters.
Yeah.
Collecting supplies for those.
So is it like a living tree?
Sure.
But evil? I've heard the word Leshy, but I don't think I've ever read any of their stories.
It's dangerous.
So it's the man with the black-winged helmet.
We don't kill out of fear. We kill to save lives. Do you understand?
Well, how did you spend your days when you first came here?
I was beaten and starved. How's your rum?
As rats?
That's a good sign.
Means there's food.
It's one of the warm ones.
That too. What's this all about? It looked like soot.
What's that?
Stay here.
You know, in Sintra, I went to parties
Cirilla.
all the...
Remember what he told you before in the last adventure. When he tells you run, you run. When he tells you to stay put, you stay put, damn it. Not a princess anymore. Booty! Woody, 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 woody! And now we got boobs.
Giggity.
I'm not really going to edit it out unless I absolutely have to, because if YouTube will let me put a fucking decapitation on here, I'm not going to get rid of boobs.
I hear that you have a daughter now. And I thought the softest thing about you is that you paid.
She's not my daughter.
Oh. Well, in that case, I could take her in. She'd have the boys eating out of her hand.
You sure she's not your daughter,
He
buddy?
says he's not a father. He was telling me leshies, giant talking trees.
Okay.
They're beautiful too.
We don't
So
need to talk.
they're Ents.
I understand that you're in pain, and you can drown that pain with whomever you want. Just not here.
I think Vesemir already has decided that she's being trained up.
Go to bed.
Yeah, something's very wrong with Eskel.
We need a plan. What is wrong with you?
You're off.
What is this?
Rooms of some sort.
It's like the conjunction.
Chaos.
This one's different. The arrival of monsters.
The conjunction of the spheres.
What are you doing?
Trying to learn the name of her guide, I guess. Because I just noticed the colors you guys were
Tell the
seeing
speech, but
are up there on the
behold the mother
on the
of
skeletons.
goddess, the deathless mother, nesting in dreams. The rest is gibberish.
No. It's an incantation about a hut with no doors.
My father, he used to scare us with stories about the witch in the woods.
Baba Yaga?
A home perched on basilisk legs.
What the fuck is actually Baba Yaga?
To be boiled and eaten.
Dude, that's Baba Yaga.
These are our ancestors kneeling, worshipping. Perhaps this deathless mother's one of the old gods.
Y'all be careful now.
She's calling us.
What did I just say? I thought I just heard someone say go back, though.
Stand guard until we've returned.
I don't think I remember elves figuring into any Baba Yaga stories. Then again, I don't think I remember elves figuring into any Slavic folklore. Not that I can remember, but I haven't read all of it, obviously. I probably can't say I've read all of any folklore. There's so much of it. Mythology's so interesting, though. Interesting
Newcomers
dagger.
always struggle sleeping the first nights. Cliff here was one of the first witchers.
What happened to him?
One of the oldest monsters, a demon. Long extinct. She wreaked havoc until the witches found her deep in the forest. That's what she used to kill him. Some say she still calls to the unfortunate souls unlucky enough to cross her woods, lures them in to devour them.
Baba Yaga!
Scary stories don't really work on me.
I think that legend's about Baba Yaga, too.
And this one, Declan, was killed by men right in these halls. He taught me everything I know.
That's interesting
Made me a
armor.
witcher.
He was like a father to you, wasn't he?
I'm gonna have to try to remember something I'm thinking about right now for afterward to discuss it. Don't kill this girl. Please. I've been getting the feeling he's gonna kill her ever since I first saw them interact. Anyway, the thing I was thinking about, because I don't think there's gonna be any dialogue for a while,
Well, you're wrong.
was I had noticed a while back when Yennefer said something, I think, about getting off the grid, and I was like, wait a minute, what? What is this world? Why would she use a phrase like that? That's a phrase that literally only has meaning in the modern world, in our modern world. And I've been contemplating for a while now
If you dreamt of Emir,
whether
why were you so
this
terrified when you woke?
is a post-apocalypse in a sense from
Tell me.
our perspective with the conjunction of spheres. Was it modern Earth that combined with the fairy world
There are people over
or elf world, I should say?
touching me. It's gentle taps. I can't see them, I can't stop them, so I just lay there and let them. After the usurper executed Fergus, he had all of the mages moved to a prison. Playhouse. I was there for years. Then Emir found me.
Ymir? Like the giant, the ice giant from Norse legend? Or is she saying something else? Dude, run. Run. Run.
A hut with no doors.
That thing is going to rise up on chicken legs, and you guys are going to get killed.
The dreams don't mean what you think.
Behold the mother of forests. Turn your front to me. Hut. Hut.
Well, that was a mistake. Baba Yaga's gonna be in there, and she's gonna come out and try to eat y'all. Or demand that you bring her tasty children so she can eat them.
After Kaer Morhen fell. You and a batch of mutated orphans with nowhere else to go. Were you ready?
No.
But you protected us anyway.
No. I told you how to fend for yourselves.
Same difference. Oh shit, there's a ton of magic happening right now. It's because of the Ent thing that's going on, the Leshy coming out of Eskel.
Maybe Eskel's Leshy wants his hand back.
I mean, maybe. And they don't know for sure what they're facing, so they have no way to prepare. Probably none of them, it would occur to them that it's the Leshy. Even though the one Witcher joked about it. Rat Boy's like, I didn't sign up for this. I'm gonna call it Ben from now on. You old, oh, it's multiple Bens. You old heads probably will understand why I wanted to call the rat Ben. Uh-oh, you're in the cabin now. Where's Baba? So she appears in a different form simultaneously to each of them.
Hello. Don't be scared. I'm here to help you.
She takes the form of someone that they deeply respect.
You're not him. I know what you are.
I'm not scared. And I don't do help. Yes. You don't need anyone.
But I can help you.
You've stayed for decades. Why? Is it love? Legacy, you say?
I thought this was supposed to be Tisea, but up close it's obviously not.
That's what you live for.
Who is that?
That's your play. You're the desperate. You're the desperate one, Yennefer.
Is it her friend from back when she was being trained? Whose name I can't remember, even though she said it literally when she went back to Aretuza.
Oh, he'll never tell you what I will. The path to true strength lies not in humble faith, but in believing in oneself
And seizing one's destiny.
The world will die in frost and be reborn with a new sun. First, the earth will flow with the blood of elves.
That was the name of the first book.
Remove those robes.
Or what if I told you that you could have power?
The first novel, I mean.
And not of a meek sycophant, but as your own woman. This isn't real. We need friends. Allies that know this land as if it were their own.
No northern kingdom would ally itself with us.
Elves.
No kingdom of men.
The first pure elf for years. A new hope for a brighter future.
I've been with child before. None have come to term.
But if it could, if I could help you, all you need to do is ask.
What do you want?
You're not
Oh, wait. Wait.
Your ancestors' faith was better.
Baba Yaga got her power by granting wishes, right? It's kind of like a genie, but different.
I do.
To see your child live, you must live first amongst men.
You've felt it since Sodden, haven't you? Or rather, haven't.
Well, she can't touch the
But you'd
chaos
rather
anymore.
Be blind than see the truth. Remember this lesson, Piglet?
Wait, is she Tisea? Just like a really young Tisea? I'm so confused right now. That's alright though, I don't mind being confused.
Lily Lake. Move, damn it! Fucking parlor tricks!
Yes. Denial. A tasty garnish.
Oh, that's kind of neat. Oh, is this Baba's true form in this reality? I think I need to crack open my dictionary of mythology for this show. Ah, damn it. That poor girl did not deserve that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the face.
Eskel.
You have to, though, man. He's clearly lost his mind. That was pretty cool.
Help me.
Maybe they could have if you'd actually showed them the wound.
Take cover.
No. No, no, no. Lambert! Fuck this!
You never
Not
fucking
dying
listen,
here. What's the
Ciri.
quickest way out, girl? No.
We have to stay. Geralt.
Geralt may be dead already. Go.
Well, I guess maybe Ciri did finally learn the lesson. And these poor girls are gonna be a reinforcement of that lesson, I think. Because they're probably gonna get slaughtered trying to escape.
What is it? It's Eskel. Unless she's infected him.
That's not possible.
Things are mutating, dude. You didn't think it would just be humans that would mutate, did you? Or could mutate, I should say.
We can save you.
Wait, is Vesemir really about to die? That's a shame. Also, they each make a slightly different wolf medallion.
What did you ask for?
An end to these monsters.
To live as ever. If she really is that evil, why does she let you go?
She serves a purpose. She's got to figure out what.
Come with me.
Time to begin your training.
When I first came to Kaer Morhen, Vesemir said to me that the world outside these walls is a dangerous place.
But times are changing. Even here.
Man, there used to be so
Nowhere is
many.
safe now.
Hey, nice little touch. I saw the medallion that they use in the game.
You can't
It's
hide
right there.
from it.
Lower right.
But you can find power and purpose.
Why can't she use magic anymore? I know that feeling. And no, I am not going to elaborate on that. You're just gonna have to wonder. Damn, that was a good scream.
All you have to do, Ciri, is keep your sword close and keep moving.
Training sword. And so it begins. Do what he does. We begin with katas. Man. They actually did a really good job just now kind of demonstrating that she's going to be a quick learner. I mean, her form improved drastically between the first imitation and the second. This episode was really great. There was a lot of stuff in it that was new to me because, like I said, all I got to in the book was just them getting to Kaer Morhen. and the beginning of Ciri's training, because everything
Wake up!
everything in the books happens in a sort of out of order too, but in a different out of order than the show. I was actually expecting us to get a visit from someone in this episode. I wasn't expecting to get anything with Eskel, because I do think he shows up by the end of what I have read, but I don't think any of this stuff happened with the Leshy. And I'm gonna add yet with a caveat, because I'm not really sure if it's a yet, because I haven't read far enough to know if this is something that actually happened in the books or not. But it feels like something that probably did happen. I really expected the hookers to, well, I guess whore would actually be the proper term here, because they're not out on the street, I guess. They're working out of a brothel. So I didn't expect them to actually survive. I thought that the show was going to use them as sort of like to underscore what Ciri has learned about listening to Geralt. But fortunately for them, they got out all right. I'm very curious as to what Baba Yaga is up to. I can't really remember exactly what she is in the folklore. I know she usually is referred to as a witch, but she is absurdly powerful, so I'm guessing that it would make sense to think of her more as one of like the Slavic gods, or like a minor god of some kind. I'll have to look into it, because it's entirely possible that she's based on an actual, god from older version of the Slavic pantheons, because you have a lot of that happen where, as time marches on, especially with the influences of outside traditions, you'll have beings who were once thought of as being on this level of power or occupying this kind of sphere in the cosmology of a group of people. And you fast forward maybe a couple centuries or more, and they occupy a completely different sphere within the mythology. Same thing happened with Yahweh. Went from like a tribal thunder deity to a supreme creator of the universe, as he basically jumped from one culture to another. Story for another time. You can look it up, though. It's very fascinating. Infidel! I'm sitting here wondering about that, because I'm trying to figure out what she's trying to do. She seems to want to further whatever's Nilfgaard is up to. And I still wonder about Nilfgaard's ultimate goal. And, and here's the thing, like, depending on what is motivating them, if like this white flame, for instance, is getting messages from an entity from beyond or something, then who's to say what that entity's goal is? Like, what is it using the white flame for, and by extension using Nilfgaard for? And now potentially through Baba Yaga, using both Nilfgaard and the elves for, And it's interesting also that Baba Yaga specifically sort of played to Fringilla's ambition and kind of made her think about, well, you could be Emperor of Nilfgaard, and what would you do if you were, and all that kind of stuff.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
Which would imply that that entity's end goal might not be the same as the White Flames. So I'm just curious. Like, my prevailing thought on all of this is that something, either moving through Ciri or moving through Nilfgaard, and now Fringilla perhaps, or maybe moving through all of these different pieces that are connected somehow to, chaos or the beyond or destiny or whatever you want to call it, that whatever this is attempting to either create a new conjunction of the spheres, or is attempting to undo what happened because of the previous conjunction of the spheres. And also, I'm gonna bring this back, because I really do believe, I'm beginning to believe more and more that this is the case. And like I said, it started with Yennefer's use of a phrase that is a modern phrase in our world. You go back 200 years saying off the grid wouldn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Especially if you go back to a medieval style era. That is not a phrase that makes sense except in a modern era. We're all connected by a grid, you know, like the electrical grids, the information grids, all these things. That's a modern phrase. And when I first heard her say it, I didn't say anything about it at the time, but I did think it was odd. And I wondered to myself, why would the writers... I mean, I chalked it up to a bit of laziness, to be honest, even though the writing is generally very good. But I said to myself, you know what? We all have it. Just a little bit of laziness. It's easier to just use a phrase that everyone will immediately know from the modern world than to try to come up with something that sounds appropriate to the world that you're working with that people will still get, you know? But I couldn't let it go. It was always just in the back of my head. And then having this happen here, you know, just like I said, like seeing these characters who don't all exist within this mythology, seeing some of the strange things. There have been other things too that made me think of more modern time periods. I can't help but wonder if the world that brought humans to this world, the world of the elves, if that conjunction was a conjunction with our modern society, you know, and that we're seeing the result thousands of years on of these modern humans suddenly thrown into a world where everything is magic based and essentially medieval style. But of course, they still have a lot of the knowledge they brought with them, and it just sort of filters down and gets adapted to this new life. I always love it when a world mixes both science fiction tropes and fantasy tropes. That's really fascinating to me to see them coexist. Anyway, guys, let me know what you thought of this episode when you watched it, and what you think of my speculation, but do not spoil me. Please don't spoil me. If you want to talk about stuff that's happened from beyond this point in the show, and especially from beyond this point in the books, feel free to do so, but please use a spoiler warning and space. And you know, when you put in your spoiler, just say what is a spoiler for. So like, you know, spoiler for the show past this point, or spoiler for the books, or whatever. Just, you know, give us an idea of what exactly is in there, so that, like, because for instance, I like to kind of go back if I can remember that there was something that said, oh, spoiler for the rest of the season. After I finish the season, I like to go back and read that, you know. But if it says spoiler for the rest of the books, I might not go back and read that, you know, even after I finish the season, because there's going to be a season 3, and I think a season 4 has already been greenlit too, I thought I saw. So, you know, it doesn't make sense to me for me to read a spoiler that spoils the entire book series when I haven't read the full book series yet, and I have no idea what the show's going to do with the rest of that material. So, you know, please just, you know, think about those things. And like I said, you know, put a few lines of space after you say spoiler. That way folks have to actually hit show more to see the spoiler. So if it basically makes a sort of like a positive affirmation, I want to be spoiled. That's what they're saying when they click that. So after they do that, they have no right to complain. You know, it's like, you spoiled yourself. People warned you. It's on you, you know? So just please keep doing that. I really appreciate it. And, you know, that's the end of this one. I'm going to go ahead probably and go right into the next one. So I think I have time to do one more before I actually have to start editing. And so, yeah, as always, do me a favor. Do your best to stay safe and be well. And I will see you for the next one, guys. Bye-bye.